Hello, everyone. I'm Bronwyn, Ison with CW3. Welcome to this week's video. The guest today is Amy Hargett of Team Hargett. Amy is not only just the boss lady at Team Hargett, but she's also my best friend. We've known each other since we were 14 years old, and it's been so fun to watch her journey in health and wellness. And so what Amy does is with her business is she really is in charge of all the administrative duties, the financials, employee relations, human relations, brand development, marketing and sales, community outreach, and coordination of all these different separate branches within the business. Also a mother of 4, so she is a very, very busy woman, and I'm not ever sure how she handles all of it, but please welcome today Amy Hargett.
Thank you, Bronwyn. It's good to be here. Thank you for asking me.
Yeah, and it's been so fun to watch your and Steve's journey and how you started out so small, and that's how things grow. We start small and we build it. So can you tell us a little bit about your journey, with Team Hargett and how it got started?
Yeah, so it started really with just 3 people. So my husband, Steve, and his younger brother, who at the time was, 18 or 19 years old. So it's been about 10 years. And when we started, we were just, training. I was teaching Pilates at the time and doing some private training. And then I kind of just to flash forward 10 years, I can't believe that we have this big company now that encompasses a lot of things. So now we have a really big division that works with athlete performance. So we work with several of the high schools out here with their athletic performance with the teams. And we also do private training also in-house. We have an online market as well that we developed an app recently in response to the quarantine. We launched it a lot faster than we were planning on, but it ended up being a really good thing. We're excited about that. We have nutrition services, which is under my umbrella, and I also still teach Pilates. And what am I missing? We have a martial arts division too, which encompasses self-defense for women. So there's a lot of different divisions here, all with the same goal, just to really, we believe that it's important to prepare yourself for the stresses of life. And more so than thinking about training as like exercise, it's really important to us that we think of it as injury prevention and longevity based. So not an aesthetic thing. I think that's really important to me also from a nutrition standpoint, is not just looking at the aesthetics of things, but really about the longevity that it brings you, the health that it brings you. So everything is much more health driven and not such a, body image driven like most things are these days, especially for women, unfortunately. So we're trying to have a different message, especially for all of the young people that train with us.
Yeah, and especially when it comes to social media and what all the images and things that are out there of what is portrayed to look like this or be like that. So, I've always been very much aligned. It's always been more about how you feel, what you're putting in your body, how you're moving your body, moving appropriately and with self-care, but also making sure that, making movements that help to prevent injuries as well. But dive into, my gosh, I feel like this last 3.5, almost 4 months, it's gone by really fast, but at the same time, it feels like it's been like an entire year wrapped into 4 months. The way that I witnessed Team Hargett step right into gear by putting this app into place to help people during this time of COVID-19 and getting them, or I guess maintaining that momentum and motivation while they're at home. Tell me more about your app that you launched.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a complete whirlwind for sure. We were working on this app development. We've actually been working on it for the last year, just trying to get the right platform and make sure that it's all designed the way that we think would be best. And we were planning on launching it probably this summer. And you know, we all got kind of shut down really quickly and abruptly. So we worked tirelessly, honestly, for a couple of weeks to try to at least get something out there for our community. It was really important to us that not only our members and our clients, but also we really want to be able to be of service to the community also. And I think inactivity tends to be a really bad thing for a lot of people. We have a pain management division also. My husband and I both are muscle activation specialists. So we notice a lot of times that just sitting around in inactivity is the thing that causes some people so much pain. So it's important, I think also, you know, the mental aspect to stay active. And so it was important to us to have a product out there. Our app does include, we have nutrition services on it, different products. We also have Pilates and rehabilitation care for people that aren't actively training. There's a lot of different programs on there. We started with about 3 weeks of training, and then we've built it out and added on. All of it has been completely free. It still is right now. So we wanted to have something out there that people could access and feel good, and that it's easy to follow, and the videos are well done, but also really easy to integrate and follow, and that would be affordable. So in launching it, we made it completely free, and we will always offer programming that will be complimentary, you know, at least for the first month or so. And there's always, we have different types of small rehabilitation programs on there for like back care or special needs that will always be offered on there as well. So we're excited about the product for sure.
Yeah, that's really exciting. But I mean, I had never seen people move so quickly. And you're not now a team of 3. You have more people on staff to help make all of that happen. Now let's dive into the nutrition, because when it comes to nutrition and women, I think that there's so many different messages out there, you know, diets, and I know you're anti-diet. And let's talk a little bit more about that, because I know you recently were talking about, and maybe just relaunched or launched, called the Reset.
Yes.
Okay.
So I actually wrote this program called the Reset probably about 6 years ago, and I've kind of tweaked it over the years a little bit, but it was this concept to have something short term so people could be successful, and for it to be more about kind of like a spring cleaning, so to speak. So you're just kind of a detox, a 10-day program to reboot your metabolism, or kind of just start from scratch. Because I find that a lot of people go from being, you know, lethargic, feeling unhappy, unhealthy, sluggish, and then they decide, you know, tomorrow they're going to start this diet. And they've gone from one extreme to a complete other. And I think it's more about trying to kind of clean everything up before you start your journey, because that's what I think of health and nutrition being as a journey, not like a 3-week diet, a 30-day diet. And people go on these diets, and then they go back to however they ate before. And then they try the next diet and however they ate before, because most diets don't address general health. They generally are only addressing the number on the scale, you know, just body weight.
Are you giving recipes in this ebook? Because it comes with an ebook, right, when you do the 10-day plan?
Yeah, so it is a full ebook. It's more about learning the proper way to eat. So there are amounts and references. I use something called a hand system instead of counting calories, just because it's easier. You always have your hands with you. And so portion sizes, you know, like women usually have about a palm size of protein, which is more like 4 to 6 ounces. And then men naturally have bigger hands, so theirs converts to like 8 to 10 ounces. It's more set like that, where you know, cup size of carbs, that type of thing. So I've used a hand system for many years instead of trying to do like portion controller scales or counting calories, you know, all of that stuff, or like point systems. It tends to be something that people can't sustain. So I've always wanted to think of ways that people could sustain. I do have a Reset cookbook separately that has really awesome recipes in it that can be used for this. But I try to make it as simple as possible so that it's basically giving you your guidelines, and then you make things that are convenient and that you have on hand. Because I found a lot of times when I've included specific recipes like that, it's becomes more difficult for some people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it can be more difficult, or, you know, everybody has different tastes. So it's more of giving a really structured guideline. Mm-hmm. And the Reset addresses more than just weight loss. There's also some things for your lymphatic system and your liver and liver support and that type of thing.
Well, that's good. It sounds like it's loaded with a lot of great information. Yes. What is the best way that people can reach Team Hargett, and maybe even just personally reach out to you, woman to woman?
So our general, for email, the easiest way is info@Team Hargett. And I actually, there's a few of us that check that every day, but I, you know, have all of these attached to my phone, so I get little notifications. Info@Team Hargett would be the general email. And then my personal email is Amy@Team Hargett. So if you have any questions about the Reset, or about training or athletic development, or any of the things that we've mentioned, you could either email me personally or info@Team Hargett. That's probably the easiest way right now. We also have a very comprehensive website that has information. There's a nutrition page on there as well that links back to information about the Reset and some other in-house products that we have too.
That's great. So great information. So for everybody watching, I would highly recommend Team Hargett. They are a wonderful group of people. They work upon 5 pillars, which is all based around also their family and their values. I think that you'd really enjoy working with them. So go ahead and reach out to them, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Bronwyn.